Number 3. The Benelli motorcycle brand has been going for a long time now since being taken over by the Chinese. So far has been very successful and has gained a large consumer base throughout the world. And there is a good reason why that is, and that's because not only is it cheap, but it also has good quality parts. And it might be a bit biased that I say this because I've owned the Benelli TNT 125, but they are good bike. And with a top speed of 65 miles per hour and also a price range of 2,599, that is not bad at all. So my final thoughts on the Benelli BN125 is that this bike is well worth getting for somebody who's just starting out on bikes. It's a very good riding position. From what people say, it's a very reliable bike. Not much goes wrong with them. Good quality parts. And also a decent top speed at 65 miles per hour. Number 2. At number 2 is the Lexmoto LXS 125. This bike looks absolutely amazing, and I'm sure you'll agree. For a 125, not only does it have that big bike feel, but also has that big bike looks as well. Lexmoto over the years has grown substantially here in the UK and has become a big player in the 125cc scene. Lexmoto is a brand where you know what you're paying for. It's good enough to get out on the road, good enough quality parts, and also a good range of 125cc's. With a top speed of 69 miles per hour, this is by far one of the most quickest Chinese bikes out there. Not many other bikes compared to that unless you start to go Japanese. And while this is probably one of the more expensive Chinese 125s, you also get a lot for your money. My final thoughts on the LXS 125 is that these bikes have now made a name for themselves. You see a lot of them on the road. Lexmoto as a brand is a big, well-known brand, so there's lots of parts out there for these bikes if anything ever does go wrong. If you ever see these bikes on the road, they look like a big bike, and I think that's the biggest selling factor for this bike. Number 1. This may be a bit of a surprise to you all, but it is the Bullet Spirit. Not a very well known brand, nobody really knows about it, but the bikes that they make are absolutely amazing. And while these bikes are made in China, they are designed in Belgium. And if you look at their range on their website, not only the Spirit 125, but their other bikes just look absolutely amazing. This bike has a top speed of 60 miles per hour and a price range similar to that of the LXS, which is 2,999. I think this is a bike that's an acquired taste, really. If you want something that you know is going to be a great ride, looks absolutely amazing, has high quality parts, and you're happy with going 60 miles per hour, then this is the bike for you. Now, in my experience of having bikes, sometimes less is more. And I don't think this is over the top, I don't think it's in your face. And I think if you're looking for that old school cafe look, then this is the bike for you, 100%. And I can imagine with this bike, people will definitely pull you over and talk to you about this bike because it is like nothing else out there. It looks completely unique compared to all the other 125s out there on the road, and it will definitely be a talking point.